apparently who's going to be filling in. So you really don't, you can't even call this team LGB anymore because it literally has like 2 LGB members on it.
This is where we need Vendetta to chime in and explain to us exactly who these people are. And I mean, we know who Skirk is, but like the history behind Mystic as well. But just bring that up.
The problem is that, I mean, it's like they have Rubino and they have Polly, okay, but they've lost their 2 heavy hitters. Yakum and Rain are being stood in for.
Yeah, those are huge losses in my opinion. That's kind of hard to make up for. Either way, we will be going into it now. It's a best-of-3 game here in Group B, and winner gets to face off Envy in the winner's match, and loser gets to fight Neophyte down in the loser elimination match. In fact, if you end up losing twice in a row here, you're out. Flipside get to start on the CT side.
Well, here's the fun. I mean, this could be just straight up all-out aggression from LGB. I don't think there's going to be anything subtle going on here. It's going to be straight up. We're going to take your face off. We're just going to rush on up and get the job done. They're setting up now for a very quick B take. Markaloff dancing on the edge. He's got that P250 in hand. Smoke goes down. There's the flash. Set up, and he is going to get overwhelmed. Rubino managing to step in there with good timing and a great nade, doing a lot of damage overall to the entire team of LGB.
Wow, Skirk's the only one on the 100 health. Everyone else is a lot lower. Bomb goes down. Mystic picking up a kill, but PRB will drop to Simple, who's looking for a little bit more, though. They lose Blade in the meantime. Simple needs to get a quick shot here, otherwise they're going to run out of time as well. But Skirk will come up with a double, and it's going to leave Bontic alone. He goes down to Mystic. And the Norwegian team that has briefly been actually dubbed Danish with the flag up there, they're going to be off to a really good start. I mean, the flag is very similar, to be fair.
Well, Rubino lives in Denmark now, too, right?
Yeah. Sevis, who used to be on this team, spoke, perfect Danish. I think it actually a lot of the people. Danish and Norwegian are so close to each other as well in terms of, like, at least in spelling, it's almost identical.
Get out.
Like, written Norwegian is basically written Danish, or the other way around if you prefer.
That's interesting. So basically you could be, like, you could cheat and be bilingual just off of reading?
Yeah. And actually, in my opinion, Norwegian is way, like... Sometimes Danish sort of diverts a little bit and it becomes a bit weird. Norwegian is how, if you were like a little bit dyslexic in Danish, you'd be perfect in Norwegian. Because it's more logical, it's just like it's better written, in fact. It makes more sense. So yeah, Simple with a deagle and a couple of pistols. No armor in Markaloff. Gotta wonder if that's a sign of him picking up something later, or if he's just not feeling it.
Just not feeling the armor. He's just, he's a berserker. He doesn't care about armor. He doesn't care about what that can do to save his life. He's not interested in that. This could actually be a wraparound through Arch right now.
He wants more movement speed. No movement penalty for the armor. Bondik with a good kill, taking out Polly finally. And Rubino's going to go down as well, actually. That was Simple with the Desert Eagle hand cannon. Now it's going to be a 2v3. Actually, fair bit of damage being dealt out to LGB here. And Markaloff going to flash his way through the smoke, but looks the wrong way. Mystic going to pick up that kill and going to get the second one on Simple as well. So triple overall for Mystic, in fact. And we're going to be moving into the third round,
where life gets really fun, because now LGB, they're practically there. Winning that pistol round now, they're going to be able to get this third round, or at least they should be able to, because Flipside are going to be into an eco situation. And well, so far, we are just seeing some very straightforward tactics from LGB, so all this could come crashing to a halt once Flipside manage to get some rifles, manage to get some gear. LGB should just be, looking to take advantage of the fact that, once again, their opponents are going to have pistols. And here are the nades going out, and they're setting up for, I like this, sandbag and deep nades. We'll get you if you're trying to hide, and we'll get you if you're trying to play safe.
Simple's up here trying to do a little bit more, looking for the one deke on somebody. And now they're pretty going to overwhelm him, although Markaloff did pick up a kill. The grenade to finish him off, and they know where Markaloff is as well. So Polly will pick up that double, and is kind of going to seal it. Now we're just looking for exit frags on Flipside, see if they can force LGB to either blow up with the bomb or kill them as they come out of the bomb site. Not Skirk, though.
They need to dodge Skirk, though. They can't feed him more kills. That's going to be unfortunate. And there you go. Killing him is a good way to deal with that. They've actually got what they need here.
Yeah, 5 smokes as well, so they can buy a lot of time. If LGB want to continue to play aggressively, maybe they could slow them down. And we'll see if the Norwegian team are going to keep pushing it. I mean, as we've been pointing out, they've lost 2 of their key players. Skirk, I guess they're somewhat used to playing with. Like they know him pretty well. Mystic, probably more in the background a little bit in the Norwegian scene, I imagine. But they've probably played lots of scrims and stuff like that. So still going to be a little bit of a weird style, I think, coming out.
It's good to see Skirk back as well. This was one of those players actually who, when he was dropped from H2K, he experienced some doubts, right? He kind of took a step back from CS, decided to give himself some time to reset. So it's good to see that he's been picking up the prac again and being able to step in here to play for LGB. That's not too shabby. This will be some good experience for him. Nice shot by Simple though.
Yeah, Poly trying to exploit that cut and the smoke. You can sort of jump and look over it. And Simple saw that coming. Maybe it was heard, in fact, from Markolov, who was playing close to that. Maybe you could hear someone jumping up there. If that's the case, definitely good communication. Either way, LGB being a man down at the time here. 30 seconds, still 2 smokes left on Flipside. That is also going to be really hard to deal with from LGB once they try and make it through here. In fact, it seems like almost a lost cost already. Flashbang out to buy more time. 20 seconds right around the corner. This grenade, oh no. It's going to do a little bit. It looked like that was going to hit dead on, but they do manage to stay alive for the moment. Try to push their way through. Bondic on 1 health as well. Getting a kill in there. And PRB going to be last man standing. Trying to make a 180 turn. Not going to happen. Simple will take him out. And Flipside going to pick up the round there. LGB leaving themselves very little time to make that work.
Yep. Another real struggle here from LGB. And now this is what I was, well, what you kind of have to predict, essentially. You're talking about a mixed team. Essentially a mixed team. You've got 2 members from LGB. The rest of them are stand-ins. So they're not going to have too much going as far as the depth of tactics to take on this T side. They aren't going to know who's going to be covering which angle. It really is going to come down to just barrel onto that site, hope you get the entries, and then hope that you can defend the site after that. And so a solid defense and a good play for the clock there by Flipside, really not giving anything to LGB until it was too late. Now, I like this. Bondic shoulder peek, gets the info, backs off. Now they know that somebody's up in A house.
Yeah, and LGB really hoping for that entry frag somewhere. It's so much easier playing Inferno on T side once you just get that 1 kill in there because... Oh, and there it is. Skirk gonna open up and taking out Bondic. So now all they need... And he's gonna get a 2nd kill. Skirk not stopping for anything. I was gonna go in a different direction, but now World that it comes charging in. Finally drops Skirk, but he's gonna get overwhelmed here. Mystic to take him out. And Simple and Markolov are left 2v4 at the moment. Bomb gonna go down. And Simple, not sure. He should probably try and just escape with his AK.
Luckily for him, a fresh smoke goes down, so he might actually be able to make that run out. He seems really intent on forcing it, but now there you go. Flash uses the $200. Well worth it for him to stay alive and hold on to this gun, so at least they have something going into the next round.
I mean, before Skirk just decided to go ham and pick up those 2 kills, my point was going to be, if you get that 1 entry frag on the T side, and you just get even a sort of a peripheral count of how many people are on either bomb side, you can make an almost exact guess about where everyone else on the map. You can sort of know, alright, if I see 1 guy in pit, well, there's going to be 1 more guy in A, because otherwise the whole of Arch is open, and that means, you know where everyone else is. If you see 2 people on Arch, you can almost be sure there's only 1 person holding B left. It's so easy to make a sort of a deduction once you get the entry frag about how the rest of the CT team is holding, but Skirk didn't really care about that. No counting for him, just running and shooting. Mystic up to 7-1-1. The stand-ins are carrying the show right now for LGB.
That's what it's all about, right? That's what's going to be difficult for Flipside to deal with, at least on the CT side. We saw it yesterday. I mean, when Navi played versus Penta earlier on, when Neophyte were playing versus Envy, it's tough. It's tough to predict when you have a team that's just throwing the all-out aggression. It can be very difficult to play off of that if you're on your CT side because random things can happen. World Edit steps out and wins that duel, but he gets dropped down to 5 HP in the process. So,
what would be the ultimate team to play this kind of mixed team? Probably be Hellraisers, just because they don't really need like structure or stability or logic or reason. They thrive in the chaos. They're just like, bring it on. We've been waiting for a team with this style our whole careers. Simple going to be taking out Rubino, and it's down to actually a 2-man lead for Flipside here. Very important for them to pick up this round. If they lose it, they'll be hard ecoing, and LGB will be off to a fantastic start. So the CIS team's got to come up big right now.
They're still looking for that entry here. HE onto Bondic. It goes sailing past. And there it is. The 5-7 takes out Poly, who was only at half HP to begin with, so not a whole lot of health to work with. Simple spots out at Arch. Skirk, nothing he can do about Blade lurking in Library. And the last man alive is going to be PRB in a 1-on-5 scenario. Pop flash out. PRB turns away in time, but when you've got 2 guns about to run you down, there isn't a whole lot you can do. So he's going to be able to donate an AK over to Flipside. They'll be pleased about that find. And LGB, this is going to be one of those decisions now. Do they go for the force buy or do they save? And, well, what a silly question.
Yeah, 3 I mean, they could get 3 AKs, and then the rest could have gone for Tech 9s, but Skirk's going to go with Deagle instead. Only PRB with the Tech 9. I don't think this is such a bad choice. They know how much Flipside are hurting for money, even though they didn't do that much damage that round. It's still a little bit sketchy, so I think this is just a play to try and ruin the economy of the CT team here really early on. Blade flashed in to take a peek, and World Edit was peeking on the other side. He gets taken out though. Blade fighting, but look at Polly just charging on in here. Really fast Norwegian team coming out. Rubino going to pick up Bondik, and Simple and Markov, they don't even make a rotation before it's over.
And do you believe in the word catastrophic? Like, this is going to be a real issue now for Flipside, because they win a round and then they instantly lose a round following that. It's not pretty. This is going to just wreck their economy. And again, if LGB can continue to do this, just keep continue to keep Flipside off balance by maintaining their money low, it's going to be a fantastic situation for the Norwegian team, because once they get onto the CT side, then the Norwegians, they can just try and they can attempt to lock it down. We'll see.
Yeah, this is really scary. LGB already out hunting, trying to make sure that they can find as many players as possible. Markolov actually doing a really good job there. Gonna smoke off and still runs right into PRB. That's very sad. Simple in the background here, trying to stay alive with the AK. Gonna pick up one kill and then live in the background. Another player that we've seen do this a lot, extinguishing Molotov with smokes, is Snacks. Snacks is really good at doing that stuff. You remember when he plays Vent on Cash?
Yeah. Whenever
they firebomb out that vent, instead of running out and just panicking, Snacks will just, like, while his feet is on fire, he'll just, you know, just casually put it out. Well, Flipside, they saved the one AK, and the rest will buy up. They do actually have a pretty decent buy going on here. I thought it was going to get worse.
Now's when they basically need to shut it down, though.
Yeah.
All right, now it's looking fantastic for LGB. LGB keeping 4 players alive in the last round as well means that they'll have money to buy in the next one if they were to lose this one at Flipside. So this is just going to be a back-and-forth struggle. Neither team really getting a huge lead. As far as the straight-up rounds are concerned, though, LGB are looking fantastic with 5. But Flipside are doing a good job, actually, running down this clock without using their smokes. They still have 3 of them left. Markolov just threw a fresh one down on Banana as well. So this is actually fantastic. Flipside are going to be able to play very passively here and just hold these angles, abuse the fact that they still have so many nades to work with. LGB just haven't done a very good job of trying to force this gear out on Flipside.
No, it's crazy how long they're holding on to these grenades. Normally at this point you'd have 1 smoke left on the entire team. They just had 3 and a Molotov. Then they used 2 of them just now, but this is still going to be really tough to deal with. Markolov has the 1 Molotov, so they're going to go B here. This Molotov could save Markolov, especially if Simple is there with the crossfire. This is going to get so tough, so we got to spot this for Markolov. The timing, a little bit late for the first play. The second one, though, is going to be really good. Everyone has to try and run through it. They're taking damage. Oh, they actually extinguish it, and Markolov still gets a kill. Simple with 1, with 2. Finally goes down, and they do take the bomb site, but Mystic's going to be last man standing, and he's got very little health. Going to try and put down that bomb. World Edit will stop that from happening. The power of that Molotov was definitely pretty immense, but LGB were actually quick to put down a smoke to stop it. So it still bought time for Simple to be there in time.
I think what was even more important is the pop flash for Markolov.
Yeah.
Like, that completely flashed everybody. It gave Simple a way onto that site as well, because Markolov is probably telling him, I'm about to flash, I'm about to flash. So Simple doesn't even need to flash himself through that smoke. He just waits for Markolov to throw his in, comes darting in, and then Markolov and Simple just collapse on the push. That was perfect team play coming out from Flipside. And it's just so important. Now they have the rifles, they have the nades, they have everything they need. Whereas LGB, I mean, it's both of these teams, if they can continue to pull this off where they each win 1 like this, I mean, LGB, now they're the ones who have got no more money left, so they have to win this round here. It's all about Flipside picking up the next 7, though.
Yeah, that is the key. Absolutely, and Bondik helps them along the way, picking up Skirt. Which kind of is the opposite of what LGB were looking for. And they've got the Norwegian flag bag instead. You know, someone added a bit of blue in the middle. That was enough.
So essentially, well, I mean, it's all one big happy family anyways in Scandinavia, right?
More or less.
Yeah. So
Blade looking for an opening with the FAMAS. Just going to be trying to peek that angle. Simple playing close in the corner. They do have a Molotov to try and burn him out if they wanted to. Rubino's the one having it, but they're not going to use it there. And look at the timing here from Simple. Just about perfect. Triple kill. We did try and highlight him in the beginning. Bondik going to pick up the last one as well. He did start the show. And that's PRB going down, making it 4-5 in favor of LGB still. But now the Norwegian team is slightly out of money.
Let's see the replay here. Yeah, just as clean as it gets, really. That's just perfect, flawless play from Simple. That's exactly what you expect to see from him. That's why, that's why we sing his praises. That's why he's seen as one of the very best players right now to keep your eyes on. It's just so unfortunate that, he made the decision that he did and got rebanned by ESL.
Yeah, they basically need to hire a manager that just manages Simple.
Yeah.
Like, make sure he doesn't say anything crazy on Twitter or in-game, and make sure he doesn't get himself banned even further. That's what they need. Someone to keep an eye on him. Speaking of which, he does pick up the entry frag on Rubino, and the smoke's going to be out. Oh, the timing was almost perfect there for LGB, but now they kind of have to stay back, and yeah, I'm not sure they could do a lot this round at all.
They've just kind of got shots going through here. It might just be a bum rush attempt, basically. I mean, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have to do, basically. Gather up his 3 behind the Tech 9 and see if Polly can create an opening for them. Mystic taking a bit of nade damage there, so that was nicely done by World Edit. But as the smoke clears, spots that bomb, but Skirk is in position to get the return frag. Blade on short is going to get overwhelmed. No, he manages to hold, and he gets the follow spray. Nicely done by him, playing with the pillar.
Wow. 11th round coming up just in a second here, but really only World Edit going down in that round for Flipside, which is good news on their part. Means they can start to stack some sort of economy. World Edit is the only one really with a bad economy. Everyone else is doing fine. So overall, that's great. LGB, they buy everything they can this round and are left with very little money, so they got to keep winning if they really want to have a great first half. It's already an acceptable one with 10. I mean, with 5 rounds, they could do that. But being a mixed team, they might need a little bit more.
Being a mixed team, I think they need to get up to 6 or 7, because CT side is going to be difficult for them to hold down.
Yeah.
Like, if they can finish at 9-6, that wouldn't be too shabby. Blade, I mean, is also an excellent in-game leader. So he will have the strats planned out, especially on a map like Inferno. So Flipside could turn into a real terror.
I'm sorry. We'll go back to this a little bit later. World Edit going to miss the shot. And we'll put up just a flashbang. He's still playing pretty close. He's not that scared either. And Bondik will come up with a first shot there on Skirk. Flash is in the middle to buy more time. 50 seconds this time. So LGB have definitely stepped up their timing. Trying to get into the bomb side a little bit closer than last time. And it was about 20 seconds where they were at quad here. 4v5, Bondik very nearly dead, and Blade holding a pretty cool position. Just trying to look over the box there. World Edit going to pick up the 1 kill on Rubino, and now a lot of trouble here for PRB. Steps right in and gets taken out with the bomb as well, and Blade might not be done yet. Tries to get the second spray down, but not going to connect. Mystic will fall, and World Edit to pick up a double kill with the AWP. Now, have you noticed how ground down World Edit's AWP is? If you go to him, it's actually almost kind of cool. He's got a Safari mesh AWP, but it's so worn that you can't even see the texture on it anymore. So I don't know if we can get to see that at some point. It's kind of fun.
Let's just follow him, essentially. He's probably going to go for a mid-peak.
Well, they only have pistols anyway, so we've got time to follow him here. It's like the most destroyed Safari mesh AWP of all time.
Give us some sunlight here. Take us out of the shade. This isn't Sparta.
Oh. Flash is over. They continue to try and run through, and they get the entry frag there on Markov. Simple. That smoke was incomplete, so he can play the edge of it and gets a good kill in. Still a decent opening here for LGB. They get the bomb plant, they get the 1 kill, they get another kill in on Simple, making it a 3v3.
So far, this is looking fantastic. Blade walking in. World Edit getting caught out in the open. Barely makes it around in time with 11 HP. Said it's going to be Blade basically walking in here and just dominating with the help of Bondik. They managed to clear up this site, and it is going to be stabilized.
Look at World Edit now. No, we can't. Well, either way, some point someone will check it out. He's definitely got like the most ruined Safari mesh AWP I've ever seen.
And I like to see this. Now it's Simple. I was wondering when this AWP would come into play for Simple. Because it's like World Edit went for it first. Simple was sitting on 11 grand. And perhaps Simple's just waiting for himself to die, essentially, before going for the rebuy.
He's got 16-5 and 3 and 5 as well, so he's got a really good ratio going on right now. Just 13 rounds into the game, starting now. Simple going to go for the middle shot, and he gets flashed out. Has to walk away. They're going to come back again. They've got 2 AWPs crossing up in the middle here. Kind of a dangerous move, but Mystic will just drop one of them, no problem.
Yeah, they took a little bit long with that. Pushing up second mid, LGB managed to get that punish, and this is going to force Flipside into a bit of an awkward position now, seeing as how they have to, exactly, it has to be some kind of weird gamble play coming out, and Simple manages to actually get that peak with that AWP. This kind of eliminates that angle for LGB unless they can get a flash or a smoke, something to force them out, but it doesn't seem like they're interested in that. It seems like it's going to be about this B site now, because they've spread out the defense, and Blade is going to be stuck on Speedway, but not before these smokes and flashes come through.
Oh, so smart. Smoke and Molotov down, so they have to kind of run through, take a little bit of damage, and slows them down as well. Blade's actually burning in that fire, and Mystic will end up taking him out. Markolov alive for a second in the back of sight, but he goes down to Skirk, and it's 2v3 now. Simple and Bondik gonna have to, well, was going to say try for a retake, but they seem very much in doubt about what they want to do. And this is smart. Rubino really with the mind game here. This is a Molotov that really signals I'm playing all the way by flowers, not inside construction. So tragically, they're not going that way. I would love to see if that would have worked.
Oh, wow.
And he walks back in the fire. That's still very cool. Simple. Misses the shot. Goes down to Rubino. But that's actually a very intelligent move from Rubino. That's just a smart trick.
It's all about the mind games. But that shot from Skirk, the fact that he picks up a kill when he should be a dead man instantly, you know, stepping out from those flames. The fact that he trades 1 for 1. It's very fine work from the Bear.
Yeah, definitely. 7 and 6. Now I wish I knew the lyrics to that Game of Thrones song. The Bear and the Maiden Fair.
Oh, I don't know that one, dude. It's all about the Reigns of Castamere.
Yeah, that one I know, but I won't sing it on air. I feel like we need a different... but I do know the full lyrics to that one. Such a good song. Okay, we're getting sidetracked again. We're 14 rounds in, and the game has stabilized a little bit in the sense that Flipside seems to have sort of remembered how to play this CT side, but it feels like maybe it's a bit late in the game that they're picking up on it here. 14 rounds, I mean 6 is still a fair bit on for LGB to pick up here.
This is kind of the case of 9-6 is still going to be very cutting. I mean, it's going to be cutting it very close. But they're doing good damage already to LGB. That's going to soften them up. LGB have had good success on the B site, though, so it's not a real surprise to see them start to angle towards this site once again. They've had nothing but rough, tough love over on the A site. B site, though, it's luscious. It's voluptuous. Go there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is 2 Molotovs waiting for 30 seconds. I don't see how this is going to work out for LGB. In fact, I'm really surprised that Flipside are keeping all these grenades so late in the game. 1 out. Should be another one coming soon. They're trying to see if they can make their way through. They're all burning alive. Oh, God, they're taking so much damage. They do take out Simple. And Markolov's Molotov not that good right in front of him. Markolov not connecting. He has no idea. And actually, Mystic finally... Oh, sorry, PRB goes down. Mystic with the refrag there on World Edit. And Markolov in the back of sight. He's here, but he needs to come on and help his teammates.
And the Triangle of Doom is slowly closing in here at the flip side, but there it is, Polly from the pool. And to take out Markolov was open to Blade, who somehow found that angle in CT, but 3 guys holding in Banana. Even if he gets up here, he's going to try and force them out into the open, just trying to keep them close, but there's just not going to be enough time. Even with the kit, he's not going to be able to get this defused. He does manage to make it a very expensive round for LGB. And does he save the AWP? Does he find the AWP, or did he get blown away from him? Looks like he got blown away from him. Unfortunate there.
And I mean, it's an expensive round, but it's the last. This was the last of the half, so LGB don't really care that they lost everyone in that round. They're going to be fine anyway. That was a bit of a weird round. If you push into a bomb site at 30 seconds, and the 2 remaining CT members, they're both on the site, and they each have a Molotov, I'd say 9 times out of 10 you should be losing that, just even trying to get in. Yeah. Especially when it's 2 Molotovs. Like, if you'd save the smoke, maybe you could extinguish one of them and run, but 2 you really can't. So I don't know how Flipside didn't just win that straight away.
It's the fact that they actually managed to pull off a Fnatic. If Markolov gets that kill on the bomb planter, it's all over.
Yeah, but they shouldn't even make that far in. They should have been shut down before they even got close to that spot. I feel like that was a bit of a weird round. Good opening frag though from Simple, this time playing near the cart with that trick smoke over there. It's not as effective as it once was, but you can still make it work.
LGB are still sitting around just waiting to see if they can't find somebody getting greedy here. World Edit holding behind the smoke is going to be able to pick off the Mystic. And Skirk does manage to take out Simple in the meantime, however, but still a man advantage right now. 45 seconds left on the clock, and they're gathering up once again for B. With all the nades that they've got, this could actually be possible here for LGB. They're just going to go bum rushing onto the site. Markolov holding from back corner. These are different smokes this time. They need to get control of this site. They need to root Markolov out of here. They do have a Molotov. Didn't they have a Molotov? They do have a Molotov on PRB. They could try and throw that back there, but a bullet will do just fine.
They're going to make that work. World Edit. Can he get the shot through here? Bomb is being planted. He does tag him, but they're still alive. 2v3 here. They're so low on health, all of them. And there is 1 grenade on Bondic, so maybe he could come in from outside if he throws that grenade all the way back. I mean, he can't be 100% sure where they are, so he's not even going to try, but it would have been a money grenade if it lands back of sight. Blade coming in from one angle and Bondic from the other, and time is running out very quickly here. Blade's gonna go for the fight, gets the one, then the grenade on Skirk, and now he has to run, look for PRB, he gets the headshot. Oh, the Molotov is up, that's so smart! And he's gonna throw in the smoke, tries to see if he can get it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds now. Oh, Bondic, he doesn't get it! Oh my god, that Molotov saved it! What an absolutely genius move.
The time that it takes to swap out for the smoke.
Oh my god, that has to be upsetting. What a way to lose a round.
Thanks. That'll be my play of the day right there.
Yeah, that was yeah, I absolutely agree. That was a godlike play.
Every time you see them have that Molotov, you're just hoping that that's what happens, that they manage to get it off to stop the defuse from coming through just long enough. It's so rare that we actually get to see that work. Well then, that's some pretty fine work, and what a performance so far from LGB. Now we get to see them swap over to the CT side.
Look at this. PRB, what a god. You can tell that Bondic is even, you sort of, has to do a double take. Like, is this real life? Am I being subjected to this kind of madness?
Oh man, and if he gets that shot just a split second earlier, that Molotov does not go off, and that would have been it. Oh man, it literally, like, look at how close it was. It's literally him having to swap to that smoke that does it.
Oh man, PRB is like the ultimate terrorist as well, just giving himself for the cause, just not caring at all. Wow, that's so brutal.
Well, I'm wondering what's wondering what the delay is here.
I think probably just Flipside shaking their heads, needing a moment to
deep breaths.
Yeah, exactly, deep breaths.
And probably needed after that.
Well, second half here, I think the pistol round is going to be hugely important for Flipside. They definitely need that. But we do have to remind everyone that with the two stand-ins on LGB, getting rotations down, having the proper communication CT side can be really hard. So if Flipside play a cool game where they get some good reads off and they make some cool mid-round calls, I think maybe faking out a little bit. I mean, faking against a mixed team is really, really valuable because they might not be able to call rotations the way they normally would, so it might be even more effective. So I hope we can see some of that from the Flipside team here.
I hope to see continued performance here from Simple, who seems to be at least doing quite a bit of work. 19-3-8 right now after that first half. So he's put in a lot. The rest of his team kind of catching up. Markoloff definitely getting the short end of the stick after the first half. Look at the nade count, though. That is an insane nade count actually coming through here for Flipside.
Yeah.
It's not often we see this anymore. I mean, really, the go-to has been quite a few Kevlar and then one guy maybe carrying nades. So the fact that there are currently 3 players, smokes and flashes, and look at this, LGB, they're going for the straight-up man fight. They're going to push all the way down to bottom mid, and Rubino's going to slaughter them with the help of Mystic.
Wow. It's LGB's way of saying, oh, you want to play slow and set her up smokes and everything? Well, we're just going to rush you down before you even get a chance to. Well did it, peeking his head out, and actually reveals himself then. Does get a good headshot off, and Markolov might be able to come in here. P250 in hand and look for an opening frag on somebody. This is such a tough way to play. 2v5, the bomb all the way back there. LGB, they just go back to playing standard then.
Yep, and that's exactly what they do. Now they're just getting the info. They know that one guy went back into T-Pit. Markolov does eventually take out Rubino. So there could be some damage here, but then Skirk with the timing just takes a peek, takes out World Edit, and now it's Markolov all by his lonesome. He's got a smoke, a flash, and a P250. And 40 seconds left on this clock, but there's 2 guys on the A site, 2 guys on the B site. And his odds are definitely looking slim right now.
Full flashbang. They're actually both flashed, and Markolov doing pretty good work here. 30 seconds left. He's going to run for PRB, and he does win the fight. Keeps running into the bomb site. This could be an epic clutch for Markolov. He's just got the time with the smoke to put out the bomb before they're on him. 20 seconds left. They're trying to guess the angle through. Markolov dodging all the bullets, and he's going to be alone still. Flashbangs out once. He runs through the smoke, executes Polly, and now it's a 1v1. Mystic has 7 health left. This might be Markolov acing the whole LGB team to clutch it, and he's going to go for the straight defuse. Markolov not going to peek yet. He's still on it. He spots it. Markolov. Oh, and there is the ace. Flipside going to win the round. What a king.
Okay, I take it back.
That's the play of the day.
I take it back. There you go. PRVs was snazz, but that was just pure. That's like, what is going on with the CIS players right now? Edward the other day with the 1v5 ace. Markolov today, 1v5 ace. Quad kill in the pistol round for Edward. I mean, I don't know.
That is just so upsetting.
No Kevlar either. Just straight up smart play and great use of nades. That's all that did it there for Markolov.
Yeah, really, really cool use of grenades. And there's something else, actually. When he throws that first flashbang from, essentially from underpass and sort of goes into banana, already then you can kind of tell that he has the whole scenario in mind. He knows that if he gets those 2 kills, he has to keep running to B straight away. It's not like he's taking a second to think, what should I do now? He actually has that route planned out in his mind. So definitely, you could see there was no hesitation on him once he got the kill. He actually ran to B and just kind of picked up PRB on the way. He kept running past PRB to kill him, because that was how little time there was left. That was very, very cool. Now Mystic gonna take out Markelov. We definitely cursed him that time.
Revenge for the last round.
Oh, I think they know where Rubino is now, at least, with that smoke. Did they see it? It looked like it came from that. Well, they did. Up there, ready and waiting. Rubino should be careful going back here. Could get spotted. They're going to boost him up on the other side. Bomb is all the way over at the A side in the apartment, so... could be just a bit of a trick here. Smoke goes up. Flash to follow. They're going to make a lot of noise over here. But it's just the one man, and actually LGB are buying it. They get the kill on World Did it, but now so much is going to come down to Mystic. He has to get at least 1 kill here. Almost! If he gets that kill, his team has a pretty decent chance of retaking it, but now it's actually going to get rough.
Now, oh, whoa. Very great shot from PRV, though. He nearly takes out Bondic right there. And actually, that's going to give them a big opening here. They're just going to go jumping through onto short. Simple is gone. Bondic and Blade now just trying to hold out Bondic in the pit, but they know he's here. Double hold in the pit, in fact, and Bondic with a wild spray. And somehow we wind up into a 1v1 scenario. PRV just trying to rush Bondic or Blade down, but it's not meant to be. Blade instead going to be able to hold behind the pillar, and they just barely eke out the win there, Flipside, but that was far too close for comfort.
Yeah, they make it 9-8, so they finally take the lead. And here's Markelov's completely maddening round. Look at this. He actually doesn't stop. He keeps running past PRB to get to that bomb site quick enough. That is super cool. I mean, everything about this round is cool.
And just the sick nades. I mean, the flashes, man. It's all about those flashes.
The initial bullet missing because of the diffuse hitboxes. Oh.
Yeah, there
was so much that could have gone awfully wrong then.
That should not have been allowed, though. In the sense that if that messed up because of the hitbox, I think I would have flipped the table.
Yeah, that would have been very upsetting. Skirk to go down here. It's another eco round coming out from LGB. They just do not have the money yet. Which means Flipside could take a 2-round lead and actually have a chance of winning this game after all.
Well, there you go. Flipside with the double entry frag onto this A site. They've taken the 1 loss. That's simple, but Polly crouching in the back of the site is going to get some significant damage onto Blade, but he's not going to be able to get the kill, and Bondic will find the last one on Rubino in mid. So Flipside up to 10 rounds now, and this is... Now we have to see the first buy round from LGB. Are they going to be able to withstand the aggression coming out right now from Flipside? Because this is what I was concerned about going into the second half. Flipside may have difficulty getting a read on what LGB are doing on their T side, but when they swap over and LGB are now on the defense, where the communication needs to be on point and everything needs to flow, Flipside with the experience as a full roster here on their T side, they should have an advantage, despite the fact that this is Inferno and LGB are on that on the defense.
Well, we're gonna see. They do finally have they do actually finally have rifles, so maybe they could show something here. But it is gonna be a problem, without a doubt. And I was hoping Flipside would play it maybe a little bit slow and try and fake out. But right now it's just simple, being completely crazy, running into middle on his own more or less, and ends up getting taken out by Mystic. So not sure that was the ultimate play then. Blade is gonna drop as well. Mystic just doing so much work here, and finally Skirk falls in return.
They're gonna have to. I mean, they have to make it count right now. It's going to be the straight up fight. Bondic double spray down, and he gets it with the help of Markelov. It's going to be Pauly now. Both of those opposing players. Actually, it's 100 HP versus 100 HP pretty much right now. Flip side, both of the players are down to half HP exactly. Pauly alone. No nades to work with, but a tremendous number of nades to work with on flip side. There you go. Touchdown Kobe nade. Not going to do it.
He just picks up that rifle that's right there for the taking. And Pauly hoping that someone's going to reveal himself, but they're really doing a good job right now. Flipside just trying to stay hidden as long as possible. Good shot on one, runs in. He did not have a kit either. And Bondic will take him out with a triple kill here at the end. So Flipside now a 3-round lead. And not a lot of money for LGB. This is a tough position to be in.
The most difficult. This is where hard decisions are made. And it's not going to be, I suppose it's going to be a very simple one in this one. In this round, seeing as how they are just going to be able to stabilize their money somewhat. It's going to be in the next round where LGB are going to have to come up with something big. These kinds of clutch scenarios, they cannot afford to lose them if they're going to keep ahead of Flipside. Flipside are going to get up to, or they should get up to 12 rounds right now. There's still a little bit of money invested into the pistols for LGB. 3 P250s, a Deagle, and a CZ75. So there's still some firepower. Flipside are going to have to be careful when they approach these close angles. This is still definitely advantage Flipside.
Yeah, they're building up a really good lead right now. And LGB, I mean, that was so close. Mystic started off that round with a great double kill. And then it still ended up being a little bit weird at the end. This time he's got P250. He's done good damage to Simple, but flashbang into middle. Should be going down. He actually managed to make his way in there, and Markolov gets caught and ends up giving up the AK, which now they're controlling, but Bondig will take it away. Really swift return. Now they're going to rotate back towards B, and as you can tell on the minimap, it's Rubino and Polly rotating back towards A. That means no one is actually over there any longer. When Flipside find out, it's going to be essentially a free round. But this is a call that LGB make. They just hope, they feel like they have the right intel, they have the info for it, and they're wrong this time.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't go your way when you gamble. And that's, I mean, it's also a very smart play from LGB. Because if Flipside go in there, they're walking into 4 upgraded pistols. That's the best shot that LGB would have at picking up that round. Now it's going to come down to exit frags, basically. So we'll see if they actually manage to get any joy there. Shots going through. PRB not able to connect. Blade will take out Rubino as well. That was from CT. A 4-on-3 scenario right now. Flipside content to sit on this site and take these straight-up fights. Yeah, it's just going to be a slaughter. Although PRB finally manages to eliminate World Edit. Oh.
Looked like they almost lined up for him, and they don't have that much health either. Skirg in the background, hoping that someone's going to make their way through, but they're all running out right in front of him. And he doesn't get a chance to shoot anyone, so he's at least going to keep the Deagle.
Is he going to get an AK here? He might. With any luck, it might. What? Skirk, why are you running away, bro?
Oh, you're hoping it blow out to him? It could have, you're right.
Skirk, bro.
That's a 4-round lead now for Flipside. How many rounds have they won in a row here on T-Half, I wonder?
Oh, they've won 5 rounds now in a row.
Yeah, it must have been.
So this is looking very good right now for Flipside. And now this is it, LGB. This is their big moment to stop this train wreck. They need to find a kill opening. And Pauly, he's got that AWP. Look at this early take, really. Setting up with the smoke on Banana so they can have 1 player over there initially. 4 players canvassing this A side right now. Just covering it from top to bottom.
Yeah, very, I mean, it's a good variation from LGB, especially if they can pick up that entry frag somewhere, then they're going to be golden. Simple, though. Again, he's so fast rushing in here, and Polly going to get the 1 kill, but it should be... Oh, Polly gets the double kill, turns 180, and now he's going to be throwing the bomb up here as well. What a hero. Ready and waiting for the 3rd kill. He's very low on health, but World Edit is going to be alone. Skirk helping out to kill Simple. That was impressive from Polly.
That's what had to happen right there.
Yeah. If he goes down, then it's pretty much all over.
And I think he got both of those kills with only 7 HP to begin with. So that means he's just managed to click away 2 solid shots. Lurk coming in here from World Edit, though, and he spotted the 2nd man as well. This could get a little bit tricky here. Oh, misses the shot. And Rubino puts the pressure and manages to win it.
Can we get that shot in repeat? I'm wondering if he can get in the slow motion, because I'm actually wondering if he didn't shoot right between his legs or something. That looked so close. Oh, this is Polly just going nuts. How are they not hitting him? It was right on the edge as well. You could see it was right on the frame. 12-9. And Polly definitely saving LGB and bringing them a little bit closer. Flipside, they will be able to buy up this round, except for Blade, who's still in spawn. There we go. Just a little bit of a wait.
Blade just taking his time, rallying the troops. He is the in-game leader after all for Flipside. As far as LGB are concerned right now, though, that's the issue here. Also, is that they need to tighten up their game initially, because they can't rely on those kinds of crazy freak plays every round to get them through this.
No, I mean, Simple running in to just open up the round, that's such a huge risk. If that doesn't work, then what are you left with? World Edit does end up going down, but Polly gets returned on. So a pretty good trade if you're on the terrorist side.
I won't be too displeased. Right now, it's actually going to be a bit of a catch-all approach here from LGB. 50% on each side. 2-1B, 2-1A. And Flipside with 50 seconds left. So now we get to see exactly what Flipside have in mind here. Because that bomb is still dropped all the way back in T-Pit. So they could still work their way around. I mean, they have the nades, they have the Molotov, they have 3 smokes, the flashes as well. They could have all the time in the world to work their way up onto this B site and take it over.
Bomb is making its way back, you're right. So Simple, is he going to just stay here and catch rotators, or is he going to try and make some noise? Well, there's a great opening on Mystic. Now, a lot of this going to come down to Rubino. He's got the grenade out once here, buying a little bit of time with the flash, and sprays down, not going to connect with the kill. Simple's gone down, though. And smart play, I think, from Rubino, falling back to Flowers and waiting. They want to do a full retake instead of him giving up his life and essentially screwing his team for the rest of the round here. Grenade through Markelov, surviving on 1 health. That is almost unreal. PRB, oh, there's the follow-up. Markelov is gone. So is Blade, getting shot down through the coils. Bondik, you're going to have to be a hero, but he won't be. PRB will take him out. And LGB now up to a 10th round, so the gap is closing once again.
And the Norwegians just looking so good right now. And that was much more clean, much more organized. They had the gear, they used the gear. PRB even left over with a... What? Wait, hold on, what? Go back, do it again. Oh, wow. He shot below the elbow?
I think it went right below. That is... or we might have hit like one of the pockets on the CT model that isn't... I don't know. There was something really weird that happened there. That was close. 128 tick, man. Mystic gonna be spraying down a couple of unarmored targets here. In fact, the third one, he can't see what he's doing, but he's still getting the kills. And Rubino will pick up 2 as well, so 12-11. LGB picking it back up here in the later stages of the second half, really coming alive. And also putting a lot of pressure on Flipside as they just are running out of money. They can buy one more time here, but then they at least need to get a bomb plant.
Yeah, that's it right here, actually. The bomb plant is going to be crucial because now LGB are the ones at the bank. LGB are the ones sitting pretty, and there you have it. I mean, Mystic, good spray control, even Flash. This is so satisfying as well. If you get flashed and you're like, oh man, am I dead, am I alive, I don't know, and you come out of that flash, you can see again. You see your name 3 times on that scoreboard. Feel good moment there for him, and he doesn't need any of it really because he's already top fragging for LGB unless that's changed. So Mystic just putting in the work right now as a stand-in.
Yeah, best stand-in of all time.
Indeed. Well, Skirk Pro as well. Not going to knock him. PRB. I mean, it seems like LGB right now on an individual level, everybody seems to be doing very good work.
Well, I mean, what's so strange is that the struggle for this Norwegian team throughout every iteration, going back to, you know, London Conspiracy and all that stuff, it's been finding 5 players who can all commit 100%. Every single match they play, it feels like there's someone standing in. This guy can't make it, that guy can't make it. So they have sick amounts of talent, but they just can't, like, they can't get the right practice regime, and they can't keep playing it with all the 5 of the same people. That's got to be really frustrating.
Yeah, for the longest time. And they've been going for so long now as well.
The same sort of basic, you know, group, then switching out this player, then that player, bringing another player back in, but then with, you know, continuous stand-ins. It's just, oh, it's a weird mix. Simple will go down, looking for the entry frag. Well, they will pick it up right afterwards, so that's definitely worth it. And look how fast they are. They're going to speed up right behind this. Don't want to wait for any kind of rotation on the CT side. Mystic in the pit, and he has a player with him there as well. Skirk going to pick up the kill from pit. Bomb going down, and that's really good. Just making sure they don't wait around too long.
It's so important that they actually managed to get that down. They were running out of time. But now it comes down to LGB keeping their cool. Blade with the lurk on short's going to pick up the 1 man. Nearly sprays out the second. Instead, Mystic is going to get that kill. And now it's PRB rushing up long. He picks up 1. And it's down to World Edit. Last man alive here. 1v3 holding on the site. And he falls to Rubino in the end. LGB winning yet another crucial round.
Yeah. And I think just a quick break here as I think Bondik got tapped by the no Steam logon error. But he was already dead. So it's not the end of the world. But it's going to be 12-12. And we'll have a bit of a pause here to just reflect on what's going on as well. So, pretty good comeback. That's from, what, 12-8 all the way back to 12-12. It's a pretty good 4 rounds in a row here for LGB. They're going to be happy with that.
I think so. I think so. And Mystic is at 23 frags, so he is top fragging on the Norwegian team. But it's Simple who still holds on to the top. The one thing is that Simple, he has kind of slowed down. A little bit, at least. I mean, if he was to keep up the same rip-roaring pace, though, he'd be up at 30 rounds by now. So, you know, we can't expect the world from Simple. You know, even if he's got someone on his team who can edit it, it's not going to work.
Not quite, not quite. I mean, the one thing is that Flipside did get the bomb down. Without that bomb plant, if you deduct the $800 bonus, then they would have just been able to buy AKs. They would have been at like 3,800 between them, and that means AK but nothing else really. So, yeah, that bomb plant secures them essentially smokes and grenades to work with in this upcoming round, which they desperately need. Yeah, even some of them even worse. I mean, it would have been 3,200 for Blade. So they had no AK for him, Galil instead. Yeah, that bomb plant really essentially gives them another round to fight with here. Really important.
Life isn't going to get any easier for LGB. Quite a big selection here from LGB, actually. Everybody with incendiaries, everybody with smokes, the flashes, HEs. They've got everything they need here to just ruin Flipside's day. So we'll see if it actually happens. Blade attempting to peeks. He's going to get naded down a little bit, but it's not the end of the world for him. So far, the initial skirmishes, nothing really comes up from that. Nobody getting caught out for Flipside, but LGB not losing anybody, and that's pretty much the only thing to take away from this, essentially, is that Flipside, it's expected for them to get up in the house, to get house control now, to start setting up for mid. So it's PRB now in a bit of a position to shine. He's got the support of his mate as well around that corner, so we'll see.
Yeah, once a shot goes out from Poly here, PRB is going to be ready with some sort of flashbang, it looks like. Actually, he's not going to give up on that. And they both get a kill here, so very strong defense. Poly with the double, and PRB on 6 health. Just going to escape around the corner. Poly also falling back to the next line of defense. Triple kill with the bomb. And World Edit will be the last man standing. And Poly is feeling it. He wants the quad. Not going to get it just yet. He actually runs out here. Maybe a little bit too brave. And Mystic will clean up the round. 13-12. LGB now back in the driver's seat. Flipside with no bomb plant means they could go for Galil's here. But it's going to get really tricky.
No, this is... Yeah, they go for the eco. This is pretty much where you have to draw the line. I'm pretty sure that Flipside, they just need to be able to get the nades. They need to be able to get everything that they need. So simple, investing a little bit of money being spent here, but Flipside will have ample money for the next round. And basically to keep LGB off of map point, which is what's going to be happening here. LGB are really just impressing right now with their CT, with their CT side. Had a bit of a bumpy start, but ever since, they've managed to bring it back and get it under control. And again with the nade damage there. This time onto World Edit, however.
I mean, that one, this simple. With the armor, he's really aggressive. He's really just... He's banking on the fact that they're not going to be used to someone just walking up alone like that in the middle of everything. And it's worked a couple of rounds. Now they're starting to slowly catch up to it. Wow, this could be a victory for LGB in spite of Flipside really stepping it up. Mystic going to be taking down World Edit, leaving it at 14-12. Now Flipside have a lot of money to work with, but they're out of rounds. They got to play flawlessly now.
Exactly.
But look at how many rounds they'd have to win. The bank on Mystic, the bank on Rubino here, really have to step it up and win. Well, they have to win all the way back to 15-14, and then LGB will probably be ecoing. But that's a little late. You know, that's a long time to fight. 3 rounds in a row before the eco happens for LGB.
Whereas, I mean, LGB, they need to win the 1, and then Flipside are in an awkward force buy scenario. Double AWP is the answer, though, for Flipside, so this is really interesting. A lot of fun to see. We'll see if it actually pays off. Initial shot goes out, not going to connect. Second shot gets missed as well. And they're so aggressive behind this, but World Edit gets punished, and it's Mystic. Mystic just coming out of nowhere and straight up dominating Flipside.
How many more great Norwegian players can we handle at this point? It's actually come to the point now where there is like there's enough good Norwegian players to make 2 teams. That's what it's down to. I mean, so we keep talking about like the potential for like the NA scene to really grow and expand. But I mean, if Mystic is going to be this good, Poly going to pick off Bondik. Where's Real? Can somebody bring back Real and then just do it? Just make the ultimate Norwegian super team.
I mean, it's fun to see because it seems like a Scandinavian thing. Although, you know, we're kind of like,
it's actually
we're kind of tooting their horn right now, and they just pick up 3 kills in a row. Their Flipside.
Oh god, the bomb is so far back. This could work out both ways. Simple gonna run the long way around.
He's not gonna have time.
Well, I think he'll just have time, but this is some madness if he gets picked off here.
Steps Skirk. Does Skirk actually hear them in apartment? I mean, Skirk right now is in position on short. Oh, perfect!
What? Simple no scoping him. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Gonna try and jump down. The bomb is dropped, and look at this. Mystic with a quad kill. Picks it up and makes it map point here for LGB. What a way to win the round. That's unbelievable. There was gonna be just enough time to think 8 seconds you can jump down and put the bomb down.
He would have had just enough, but even with the hang-up where he kind of hesitated with the no-scope as well.
That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, if you have Rain and PRB and Real to come back into it.
Well, dude, it's like Scandinavia, man. Denmark, several top tier teams. Sweden, obviously, you know, Nip Fnatic, and then you still have, you know, Orbit. Well, Orbit are under construction, but Property, right? You know, they're still there's still a solid 3 teams there. Norway's always been this just like one.
Yeah, but I'm actually more excited about the talent that's going on right now in Norway than I am. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the Danish team has sort of slowed down a little bit. I think we have like the 2 Danish teams that are really there. Yeah. Outside of those 2 teams, I feel like it's really slow and it's really.
You pissing off that you gonna mess with Glaive like that, bro? You gonna talk smack about him and see play?
I need to see more though. That's the thing. I need to see a lot more. I feel like these. Yeah, there's potential here. Oh, shot in the back. Rubino hiding in that corner, and I think they both thought that corner had been checked. So now it's a 2v3. Simple and Bondic fighting to try and prevent LGB from running away with this first Inferno map. Cobblestone will be the second map here in the best of 3. This has turned into a really great first map. I'm loving all that's happening right now. Markolov's ace, Mystic's incredible quad kill just before, and Polly no-scoping people up in apartments. We've had everything. No knife kills yet, but it can still happen.
That's a flash from Skirk, is it? Well. Steps from Mystic. Free kill, manages to pick up the man holding on short. And does he actually, I mean, the bomb gets planted, so that's going to be moot, but he's got the Molotov to play with. We'll see if he actually reverts to it, or if he just chooses to hold on to the rifle right now. Crouching behind that box, Simple holding that angle, and he's got to get the job done. Keeps Flipside alive in this match.
Yeah, and Simple, we didn't mention him in the highlight, he's up at 30 kills here. We're dropping a 30 bomb. So is Mystic, they're actually tied at 13, or 30 kills, so that's incredible here. And we're at 15 to 13 in scoreline. Flipside need to win 2 rounds in a row to force some sort of overtime. The problem is, such out of the bank, especially on Mystic and Rubino still, so they will have a pretty good buy even in the next round. They can spread out the money and make that work.
And already, very quick possession of mid actually going towards Flipside. They're going to get right up into apartments here, and Skirk is waiting around the corner. Decides to go for the peek. And he's not going to get picked off this time around. They've also gone for a short boost with Polly. So M4s across the board. No fancy business with the AWP. Nice nade onto World Edit there. That's going to do a little bit of damage. But the game is developing here towards this A site, and the bomb still kind of hanging around. It's waiting in mid. They're going to send, I mean, basically it's World Edit looking to see if he can't get a pick. And this could actually just spark everything, because Flipside are in a bit of a half-cock situation where they can go either way right now. So they're waiting to see if they can't get an entry frag. Either, whether it's on B or A, they're ready to go.
With the sort of position the World Edit is in, is one where if you wait a while, you could catch some guy just walking down in a bomb site, sort of, you know, walking back and forth. Maybe you find that opening frag. But he's gone all the way back here. Mystic with a good opening on World Edit. Ends up taking him out. And over at B, they look like they were about to push out as well, but maybe not yet. Bomb is over there. Leaving Markolov behind. He goes down to Polly, and now a lot of trouble here for Flipside. They have to have a flawless entry, otherwise this is going to go completely south. Blade already in, jumping up on the grill, turning around for the kill, but he gets out by Rubino, and now it's down to Bondic, 1v4. And it looks like LGB at the very end here are going to pick it up. Not seeing Bondic making it out alive of this one, although we've seen some crazy clutches. It won't be this time. Rubino with a double. And it's LGB to win the first map, 16-13. And shout out to Henrik over Twitter. He was just tweeting at me telling me Real actually was standing in for LGB in some cup on Sunday. So, yeah, he was just playing with them.
Whoa.
If someone could bring back Real and, like,